the Draper Cemetery off of Texas Valley Road in Knoxville, Tennessee. We've got a very, very nice lady who's going to come and meet us here and tell us more about this cemetery. You can tell it's way overgrown. So we got our boots on. There's mine. And we're waiting for her, and we will get right back with you when we get in there. Uh-oh. Hold up. Dead snake. Baby snake. I need a good sign. It's dead.
I know that.
That's the only way you touch it, right?
You got it.
You probably just ran over it.
Yeah, I'm trying to put those with.
Oh, well. Anyway, wish us luck. This is what we do for YouTube.
I do a little thing. I call it the 3-minute tour.
Yeah.
I've never put it online. I just do it for myself.
Oh, I love
because
it.
because there's a cave and a creek below the cemetery.
Oh, really?
You didn't know,
No,
you noticed
see,
it?
we live up here in Hall. We're originally from Cumberland Gap, Haven County.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so we do this just for people to have ancestry.
Yeah, it's historic.
Yes,
It is.
and
It's
then
very
we try to find the
And you see how there's a pier and then there's a pier?
right.
And one time, right through here is where the hearse would go.
Okay.
See? But, it's grown up. So I figure I'll go first and then I'll get the cobwebs off it.
All right. Well, when was this established? Late 1800s, maybe?
It was established during slavery.
Oh, really?
Before the war.
Because you're going to see a stone up here that's going to say in memory of the Draper slaves. And they're buried all through here. There's places where there's just
Wow.
rocks.
Yeah.
See, we're hoping to get awareness to these little cemeteries
Yeah.
that people can,
Yeah.
they can come and clean them up.
I want to take a video of the ones that have the copper on them.
Oh.
Because people have a tendency nowadays to steal copper.
Yes. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
From churches and
there's
everything.
some that are flat that are veterans.
Yeah.
And they're just like my husband. He's not buried here, but where he is buried, and he has the veteran stone,
Mm-hmm.
and it has copper. And you're not
See, I
believing
never even thought about that.
You wouldn't believe what people
That's
do.
crazy.
I know. I tell you, I love living out in the middle of nowhere. Oh, it
It's
used to be
beautiful back here.
Yeah, it is. And I can hike. I can, in behind my neighbor's house, like there's another creek.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
and
wow.
2 creeks run into the cave.
That's
Bear,
awesome.
come on, go with us, baby. Come on, you lead the way.
Come on,
Bear.
baby.
And this is a ground cover. This is a ground cover, and this is a ground cover.
Is that the finca? And,
It
yep.
sure is.
That's what they used to. It's not native to this area, to America.
It has finally spread to my house now. So
Yeah, it's crazy. But that's what they put in the old cemeteries to keep the weeds down.
Right.
This is awesome.
I just know nobody likes running into a spider web.
No. We've been in a lot worse
Yeah,
places.
well, I'm sure you have, but
It's bad. But yeah, if you
but I know
look,
it, so,
the finca has done its job.
yeah, here's a big thing here. Yeah,
Man, this is awesome getting a tour. We just didn't want to get shot.
Oh, no. But you don't have to worry about that. I'm pretty good about knowing
There's the old fence
trouble
road.
when there's not.
Right.
And I told Dave I was coming down here. I said, I'm not taking my pistol this time. I don't think that's necessary.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
We go church. See, my ancestors are buried up in Virginia, and it's just like this,
Right,
except the graves are so sunk that they're probably about knee high.
As you can see, there's some in there that have the.
Oh, I see them in there.
I see butchers. That's a name that is part of the history around here. A lot of butchers.
Right.
And,
Hey, Bear. This is our tour guide, Bear, too.
And they married into them, I'm sure.
Right.
And it's grown up somewhat where
Wow.
you can't see it. Like you have to read these from this side. So
Isn't that something? Acres.
yeah. And the Chandlers, the Drapers and the Chandlers got together, And,
Avon Chandler.
Yeah.
Are there any dates on these?
Yeah. I think he's got a footstone.
Oh, okay.
See, there's sometimes there's footstones
Up that way. Okay. I see.
Like Lenoy,
Mm-hmm.
Lenoda, Miss, and so these are the ones that died in the 19th century.
Yeah, Lenona
Yeah.
Draper
And see, Myrtle
Chandler.
is this third one here.
Wow.
I live in her house.
And you know, they're old, but they're not that old.
Well, I come down here and put some flowers some time ago here in front of Myrtle, because this is my little thing I do for Miss Myrtle.
Oh, and that's the one who built your house?
Miss Myrtle Chandler. She married a Davis. And I'll take you. You know, we're not supposed to walk over them, but I see what they do exactly.
Well, sometimes you can't help it. We just say we're sorry.
Yeah.
But it gives awareness, it does, to people that wants to
Yeah.
find their ancestors. We've had a lot of people that say, oh, I'm kin to these people, didn't even know that where they was buried. And
Right.
hey, Bear, I can get you on video, can't you? You don't
Yeah, you can get him on video all you want to.
care. You don't care.
He's
You're pretty.
He already found him on TikTok. And
He's
I
beautiful.
Yeah, somebody sent me the video finally. We had gone to Dollar General store. We'd taken Dave's old Malibu. So we're in Dollar General store, and he was sitting behind the wheel just like this.
Oh.
He didn't move an inch the whole video, just like this, waiting on us to come out. And it said best designated driver ever. So I said to my brother, I said, my dogs are so ready. You see when you see stones like this?
Oh, yeah, the rock markers, yeah. Those are sad to me.
And just recently, these trees that fell, which thank goodness they didn't get that in there.
Mary Ann Draper, 1820 to 1827.
Of God right there, isn't it?
Lucy Ann Hollingsworth.
Yeah, and it
And
tells you
Reverend
that they moved to
Wow.
Tennessee in 1823. So
they're kind of the first settlers. Moved to Tennessee in 1823.
Reverend Thomas was right.
Yeah, born in 1790. Wow.
And that's the one I'll take a picture of several times myself. And right
Now, according to some history we found about Thomas, he is listed in the 1850 and 1860 census records being born in Virginia in 1791. He married Lucinda, or they called her Lucy, Hollingsworth in Henry County on October the 17th of 1808, according to family records about the marriage certificate. Family research states that Thomas and his mother Frances traveled to Tennessee in 1823 to purchase land for a plantation in Knox County, just above Knoxville, Tennessee. It's not known why Thomas needed to leave Henry County the year before William was born, or why his mother needed to accompany him. A narrative by L.S. Draper states Thomas Draper immigrated from Virginia to Tennessee very early in the 19th century. Frances, his mother, made a trip with him in 1823 to buy 1,200 acres of land some 25 miles north of what is Knoxville, Tennessee. For many years it was primitive with very few neighbors, little better than a wilderness of endless woods and mountains. According to family records, Thomas Draper was very wealthy in slaves and land when the Civil War started in 1863, which they say they left him both physically and financially broken. But in 1850, the value of Thomas's real estate totaled $100, and the 1850 slave schedule shows Thomas with only 6 slaves. In 1860, Thomas is living with the family of his daughter Lucy. His wife died in 1851, and the 1860 slave schedule shows no slaves at all owned by the Knox County Draper family. Thomas seemed to have been financially broken long before the war, and at 70, his health would have been questionable. To the end of his life, Thomas, who died at his home on May the 11th of 1879 at age 89, was remembered as an active working man. But memories are tricky. Thomas and Lucy had the following children. They had Solomon Draper, Ruth, William, Francis, John Rogers, Mary Ann, Josiah, Elizabeth, and Lucy, and Thomas Draper. Thomas does not seem to appear in the 1810 or 1820 census records, but he does appear in the 1830, 40, and 50 and 60 of Knox County, Tennessee census records. Known male children included Solomon, 1809, William, 1815, John Rogers, 1818, and Josiah, born around 1822, who is the first child identified in the census as being born in Tennessee. John Rogers, born around 1818, is identified as being born in Virginia, so this verifies the time Thomas moved to Tennessee. An interesting note, family research records that Thomas tended to make frequent trips back to Henry County, often without his wife. It doesn't appear Thomas could have had legitimately fathered William Franklin, Draper, since William Franklin's name is second son John Harrison. It would seem obvious his father was likely John Harrison Draper, the second son of William Sr., but John is the least likely to be William Franklin's father.
Several times myself. And right near this creek, you got the light shining on it. Yeah. That says in memory of the Draper slave.
That's in good shape.
Yeah, that's what's relatively new. You know, I'm sure Mr. Chandler, who is my neighbor, he's a wonderful individual. Now, he could tell you anything you wanted to know about this area.
So, what was up with the slaves? Did they have a big
I don't know.
farm or?
Yeah. I imagine they had cattle. Is what I'm figuring, because at one time my house didn't have running water, because you know Hallsdale Powell's only been around for 70 years.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So they had cisterns, and then they pumped water up from the creek.
Okay.
To that house. I haven't found where the cistern was at my house,
Right.
but the little house here still has a cistern.
Oh, there's another rock marker right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. See, like right here,
Yeah.
and
we
there.
got a
You
rock
kind of
marker.
need to watch what you see down over there's one.
Yeah.
And then this is Elizabeth Draper. See, she has short life.
Aw.
And here's some older ones here. See, this John, 1889.
1854 to 1884. Aw. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this looks so familiar. The landscape of these old cemeteries.
And then there's a child.
So.
We're probably walking on. Our places are flat like this.
Right. John Draper, 1818 to 1889.
1856.
Nancy J. Draper, 1820 to 1899. Ann Ellen Draper Witten, 1856 to 1940. And I'm telling you, this is a treat to get to come to one of these. There's a mark. Oh, here's one that's spelled out, or no? I see a footstone right there. Yeah, there's two of them right here.
Yeah, there's a row here of them.
Oh, okay.
Now, see that John here, 1898.
Kirkpatrick. Margaret Kirkpatrick, the wife of John Draper, 1856 to 1927.
This one was 1902. And then see, there's another one here.
John Draper, 1883. I think, no, 53
Georgina.
to 1898.
Georgina died in 1905, born 1888. It's hard to get off of there.
Yeah, wait a minute. I've got a plastic scraper. Let's try this.
Okay. Labra I. Draper. 1876, 1902. We had the same birthday.
Wow. And see, sometimes you'll see a big D, like right here.
Yeah. So it's just probably marking their, yeah,
I guess it's
their lot. There's two.
well, and it's right through this,
Right.
you know. And, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine, honey. Thank you so much.
I know there's a child that's buried over here.
George Georgia. Georgia, H. Draper, 1888 to 1905. Look at that.
You get those couple, I think you didn't get over.
Yeah, I was just wondering. Yeah, I haven't got that yet. I'm going to get up here and get these there. And this one is Walter Draper, 1885 to 1892. And John Draper, born and died, 1878. Okay, what am I missing? Yeah, we always try to find pictures and put on top of them.
See, she was born in the winter and died in the summer.
Oh,
But, you know, had a little lamb
Kathy
up on top
Dolores
at one time.
Armstrong, 1959 to 19. Yeah, sure did. That's so sad. These baby graves, they are just heartbreaking. Because look how little there's her footstone.
Yeah, and you really can't even tell that that's sad.
Mm-mm. Yeah, I would like to know, like, if, you know, was there a
there's
plantation or, you know,
Yeah,
something?
it was a big, I guess it'd be considered a plantation. Because I know Mr. Chandler, he's got like 200 acres in behind him.
Mm-hmm.
That's his.
Wow.
And all of that was, and then the property that's behind me was theirs too.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and where that little house is that you get by when you come up the hill, this little house right there on the left.
Right.
The little cistern right there in front of it. And but my house is the only house that was up here because down there where that where you go over that bridge, that little bridge you went over, did you come from 33? Mm-hmm. If you come from like where the store is, you went over a little bridge. And when you go over that bridge, there's a creek. And that creek runs parallel with that road. And then it runs into the cave. The cave's down at the bottom of the hill.
Okay.
Well, that's cool. So you don't, thank God you don't get a lot of riffraff up here.
See how there's stones scattered if you look?
Yeah, that's, I wonder how many people's actually buried here. Well, you know, with the first settlers, they didn't have any money for stones, so they just buried them. So, and you can see with some indentions in there that there's
some places where now there may be a tree where a stone was.
right
Maybe find a stone right next to it.
sunk graves. I mean, if you could clear it out, this would be. I mean, these are pioneer people here. This is, you're right. This is a historic cemetery, and it's sad that, you know, that people. It's hard to keep these up.
He's 85.
Well, see, my mother's 85 too, and the one in Virginia, like my grandparents.
He's 85, but he ran for county commissioner in the last race.
Really? Wow.
No, he trucks him every going back here.
Mm.
Because he's really into permaculture.
Right. You know, I like it being natural, but I like the stones where you can see them and you know, people can find their ancestries. Sorry for the wind, guys. I mean, I can't blame me for it, but hopefully it didn't mess my video up. Yeah, that's the marker there for the Draper plot. And if you can look, I'm sure there's a lot more down in here that we can't see under the Finca, creeping myrtle. But okay, so we found some more on here, so I'm coming back. I thought this was it, but oh wow, she knows where they're hidden. Look at that.
That's the ones I'm looking for.
So that's a World War II.
Is that enough off for you to see what you want to see
John
the dates,
Robert
right?
Sharp of Maryland, private first class.
But see, the thing is, we just didn't want people coming up here
Right.
taking us chisel
Right.
to the copper, you know.
Yeah, that's insane. It's so sad. But he was born in November of 22 and died in 61.
You want to take another picture? Right.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah. We always try to honor our veterans.
Yeah, I mean, that's great.
Wow. She just keeps like coming and finding more.
Yeah, well, both my grandparents, both my granddaddies were World War I veterans.
Really? Yes. I always, we're so thankful for our
My dad was
veterans.
in Korea, and luckily, my brother, his draft number was never pulled.
Mm.
So he was like the first one of the Houston clan that didn't have to go to war. And I was so glad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because Daddy'd already told him, Daddy'd already said, well, Daddy already said, I'll pay you to go to Canada.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
he was in Korea. And
yeah.
he didn't want to see his son
That's
be
what
in
my
another
uncle was.
action, like another police action.
Yeah, my uncle was at Korea, and he lost his hearing from a bridge being blown up, and he lost his best friend beside him.
Well, my dad was a farmer. My dad was a farmer most of his life until after Korea he used to farm, you know. And all his Houston were farmers. Made brandy or something.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that kind of stinks down there.
Yep,
I
that.
kind of suspect there's probably a grave there.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
you know, you just don't, it
Yeah.
comes up, right? Now,
Look at
there
all
when
of
we
these.
first come in, I think there might be another star.
These are probably first settlers.
There's more than one of those
Look at
veteran
that.
graves.
Yeah,
It's
there's,
just, they're like,
the other one's Leonard, 1458. That was John Roberts.
These little rock markers are so sad. But God knows who they are. Let's see.
I'm trying to see where a road might pop over there.
Here's a. This is a butcher. I know you can't see it, but there's two butchers right here. Let me see if I can get around. Graves are kind of sunk. I'm gonna get around here. Here we go. Okay, let me pull out. And we got Lucy, Eva, and her husband Grant Butcher. There's no death date on Grant, but Lucy's 1881 to 1959, and Grant was born in 1876. So I'm pretty sure he's not with us. Ooh. This one, I don't know if I can get around there. I don't think I can. There's a tree right, see, I'm gonna try it anyway. Snake, no snake. This is Armenti Butcher, 1859 to 1889, and then son Alfonso, 1888, no death date. Sorry, I can't get quite in here. I think I see another one down there, moss covered, but oh, getting up with ticks and whatever. Poison ivy. There we go. Look at that. So appreciate it. Oh, here's one that I just almost tripped over. You see it? Look at that. There's Bear. Hey, Bear. You helping? Are you helping? Yeah, you're beautiful. Come on. You can help me. That little sad grave right there. But, and headstone. There's one over there. See it right there. Rock marker. So, yeah, I'd like to know more about, you know, what's this area. Did you find the other one?
Yeah.
Okay, now where that sharp was sitting at, was there nothing sharp on your thing?
I see no picture. Those are the only two sharps I didn't
Comes
have.
Bear. Look how
Now,
pretty he
on the
is.
one
He's so
hand,
pretty.
Got a place for their wife to be buried, but it's never been filled in. So I don't know.
Yeah, they didn't put death dates on the butchers over there.
Right.
One of them was born 8. Yeah, I got it.
There's a rock.
That's
There's a
footstone.
rock, but you You can't hardly tell.
Yep, got that one. These are so sad.
And see, there's one.
It's surprising what you probably find if this finca wasn't.
Well, see there,
Covered.
Like that tree.
Yeah.
And you see right in there, there's a pointed one.
Mm-hmm.
But you see how these look like they've kind of, the ground's moved around?
Yeah, they've sunk.
So I don't usually walk over there. But this is Lucy Butcher and Grant. But you
Yeah.
know, Grant was born in 1876.
You know he's not still with us. If
Well,
he
it's,
is.
it's pretty doubtful. He's taking some good time and dirt.
Yeah. He may be still wandering around somewhere.
That's a headstone. Headstone,
It was probably upright at one time, like these. See, because you see right through here.
yeah.
Yeah, that's so these are early settlers.
Uh huh.
And if we knew, sorry, that they need flags, you know, and be recognized, all of our soldiers. And
There's one in there.
World War I.
That's Avon. Avon survived it.
Avon
He
Chandler.
survived, yeah. And he's a character.
Where's your where's your scraper?
That's where I'm headed.
See, his
Avon W. Chandler,
Right.
private first class company H,
and
1853.
after he come back here, he drove a school
World
bus.
War One.
Story I've been told.
Drove a school
He
bus?
drove a school bus for years.
What? 1887 to
Here's one here, too.
1954. Yeah. Oh, got another one.
And this stick's got the stuff around the outside like a funky vent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll probably have to use your scraper on that. But
I'm glad you thought to bring the scraper.
that's an acres.
Acres.
Is that a lady?
Looks like Carrie Lou.
Sharp. Hello, bear.
So a sharp married an acre.
Yep, Carrie Lou Sharp Acres.
There you go.
64.
1919 and 1964.
Yep.
Wow.
Did you get that?
Yep, got it.
Was it Carrie?
Carrie Lou.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do this little thing with my camera. I tell you that. It's called for 3 minutes here.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, we'll just walk down and go pay respects to Miss Myrtle.
That's
and
awesome.
I just tell a little bit of history about it, you know, my little 3-minute tour.
So you know what we're going through. We love to find these old cemeteries and find our, you know, settlers, get a little history on them,
Yeah.
hopefully find
Yeah.
some pictures of
Well,
their
and it's
family.
good because I hate to say it, because in this area, a lot of people do not care
No.
about history. It's so sad. And Miss Chandler and I were talking about it, and we watched as they tore down that big old 2-story home that was down here, and that was one of the old Sharp homes.
Oh,
And instead of making it, it would have been a great place to have had a Halls Museum.
could have made it a historical landmarker.
But what do they do?
No, they don't. They don't
I'm
care.
sorry,
They're all
damn county commissioners.
what they want to
all they
do.
care about is the money they're gonna make when they put in the next Smith-built homes.
Exactly. That's what I said. We
And I
live.
don't mean to, and I don't.
No.
My house is old, and it don't look. It ain't nothing like a Smith-built home, and I don't have
Hey,
central
mine
heating
ain't
there.
either. But they put these subdivisions everywhere they can,
12
and it
feet
makes
apart.
me so mad. It overpopulates our school systems,
Yes.
our roads. Now we live off of Gray Road right up here,
Okay.
and you know there's the woods there called Brushy Knob. Well, apparently there's an old cemetery up there. We couldn't find it. We've been up there like 3 times. Now they've got it posted no trespassing because they had cameras up there. So somebody had bought it, and I'm praying that they do not put a subdivision. But
Well,
we
if they
even
do, they'll have
took,
to move it.
yeah.
that's
But
a big
it's
expense.
it's on an old Knox County map,
Yeah, that's where you'll find it.
and we even took our rods. What are they called? Divining rods,
Dowsing room.
dowsing rods, and
Yeah,
we
my grandfather used.
yeah, and we think that's where we found them. You know, we think we know the general area,
Right.
but you don't, and
Yeah.
you know that's the
Well,
thing.
it's just like here, they're not all in the perfect.
No,
I mean, for back in the day, that was pretty good.
I think
you know?
it. Yeah, absolutely.
And we don't know what they had to go around because this property was. I mean, there's still some old growth here. Okay, as you can see, I got old trees around my house.
Mhm.
Yeah. And Mr. Chandler,
That old thing right there.
but that's cedar.
Big old
So it don't have a big root ball. But but Mr. Chandler has got a couple really, he's got some gigantic trees. But in the 20s, that's the last time. I have a picture of my house from 1929. There's not a tree in front of my house. And you see that thicket that's in front of my house.
Yeah.
Now, you know.
Wow.
So in the earlier 20s, they came in here and cut down a lot of trees. And stuff, you know.
Yep.
But he's got a lot of property, and so I hike on that. And
That's wonderful that you're able to do that.
Yeah.
That's what we was doing up there at Brushy Knob. We was just going up there hiking. It was just so nice down from the road, you know, from the house.
Right.
But, you know, not bothering a thing. Not, you know, we don't like to tear up anything or
Right.
especially leave trash
No,
anywhere.
I knew I could tell y'all were respectful.
But it's just, you know, I'd love to have that opportunity, but nobody don't want you on their property, and you have to be